Hi folks, welcome back. Thank you for watching. Please do hit subscribe if you haven't done so yet. It really does help when you do that. So today folks, welcome to another Ask Perky video. And today's question is one I was asked just a couple of months ago, but I think it's quite a fun one, so I wanted to share my experience with you today. And the question was, have you ever really screwed up buying a pedal? Now, generally speaking, I've been pretty lucky when buying used pedals on eBay and reverb.com, and it kind of is luck and isn't luck at the same time. It's really important to do your due diligence before you pull the trigger at buying a pedal and know exactly what it is that you're looking for. And having that knowledge of exactly the sort of specs of a certain pedal that you want to buy is really important, because quite often when a pedal crops up for a really good price, it's the first person to pull the trigger on buying that pedal. So you need to kind of have that knowledge base in your brain so that when the right pedal crops up, you can jump on it. But there was one particular time that things didn't quite go to plan for me, and it was with this pedal here. Now this is a original Boss OD1. Now, I was after one of these for ages, and if you've ever looked into these pedals, you'll know that the very, very early ones had a 14-pin chip in it. And after about a year, they changed to the 8-pin 4558 chip, because this is basically the first ever Tube Screamer pedal. Now, the 14-pin chips do sound different, or at least the pedals with those chips in sound different. It's generally down to different capacitor values more than the chip. But the 14-pin ones are the ones you want. The 4558 ones sound good, but the most collectible, at least, and the ones that are worth the most money, are the 14-pin ones. So this cropped up on eBay, and I'd been after one for ages. And it was listed on eBay by someone who had then listed it and gone off on holiday for the week, so you couldn't send them messages to ask things, which possibly should have been a warning sign from the start. So I sort of looked at the photos, and as you can see, it's in very, very good condition, and it has the silver screw on it, which is indicative of the very, very early pedals. So that was the first thing I saw. I saw the silver screw and thought, maybe that's one of the 14-pin chip versions that I've been after for ages. Now, these really early Boss compact pedals didn't have individual serial numbers in the way that most of them do. Instead, what they had were batch numbers. So you probably found 100 pedals had the same batch number, and they were just shipped out. And yeah, they all had identical numbers. But you can tell a fair bit from the batch number if you know what you're looking for. So this pedal cropped up, and there was a photo of the batch number inside. And the listing stated that the batch number was 8800. So of course I went online and did my due diligence and found out that 8800 was a batch from 1979 when they were using the 14-pin chips. So that, combined with the silver screw, this had a 14-pin chip in it. So eventually the auction was ending and I bought it. I got it for a really good price. I kind of got it for a price somewhere in between the 8-pin and 14-pin price point. It was kind of in the middle of that. So I got the 14-pin pedal for a very, very good price. Anyway, it turned up, I opened it up, and you'll never guess what was in there: the 4558. Damn it. So what had gone wrong then? Well, the batch number was printed slightly wonky, and from different angles it looked slightly different. So in the photo, and whether this was deliberate or not, I have no idea, but in the photo it looked like 8800. But looking at it sort of from all angles, it became obvious quite quickly that it was actually 9900. The nines were just printed wonky, and you could kind of mistake it for an 8 at certain angles. As I said, whether that was deliberate or not and the guy knew what he was doing, I really don't know. So in essence, I bought a very, very early 1980 OD1, which had the silver screw because I used them for the first sort of 18 months or so, but it had the 8-pin chip. So that was my big kind of cock up when it came to buying pedals, because essentially I paid 50 quid for a silver screw, which was far from ideal. Anyway, all's well ends well, because I sent this over to Mike Piera, analog.man, who did their complete mod to this pedal, restoring it to having a 14-pin chip in it and changing out the capacitor values. So this is now, for all intents and purposes, a 14-pin OD1, and it sounds absolutely mega. If you've seen my video comparing this pre and post mod, which is up there now, you'll know that at lower gain levels it didn't really make much difference at all, but at higher gain levels you can really hear the thicker lower end with the 14-pin chip and the capacitor upgrades. So I absolutely love this pedal, and I don't really have any regrets on it because these carry on going up in price and it sounds absolutely amazing. It's in perfect condition, it has the silver screw, which is important for some people, not so much for me. And yeah, it now sounds phenomenal, but that was my big kind of cock up when it came to buying pedals, because whether, as I said, if it was intentional or not, there was a little bit of misrepresentation going on with the serial number and taking the photo from the angle that made it look like 8800 when it's 9900. But I love this pedal, so as I said, no regrets. So thank you for watching, folks. Please do share your stories of pedal buying disasters in the comments underneath. I would love to read them. And please do carry on subscribing to this channel. It does make a big difference when you do that. And if you have any more questions for a hashtag Ask Perky, please do leave them in the description or the comment box below. I'll do my best to make a video answering your questions. So thank you, folks, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.